Hello everyone, this is Ece from Turk Fortune, and today we will be talking about how to get Turkish citizenship by providing employment. On our previous videos, we have briefly explained all the investment options. So if you are new to our channel or haven't watched the previous videos, please subscribe so that we can notify you about our latest videos. As we have mentioned, Turkish Citizenship by Investment program allows a foreign investor to provide employment for at least 50 Turkish citizens and apply for citizenship by this way. First of all, I would like to talk about the legal definition of employment in Turkey. We will briefly go through the labor law, trade union law, and social security and general health insurance law. So, according to the related regulations, employee may be defined as a real person who is working with a valid employment contract. As it can be understood, the legal definition doesn't contain any limitations regarding the payment method. It doesn't matter whether it is a time-based salary or service-based fee. The most important point is that the employee is working with a valid employment contract. At this point, I would like to remind you that there is minimum wage enforcement in Turkey. Thus, no one can be employed for a salary less than such minimum wage. So, how much is that, you might ask? The monthly legal minimum wage for 2021 is net 2,825.90 Turkish liras, which means that it is legally not possible for an employee to work for a salary less than such amount. With that being said, the gross minimum wage is 3,577.50 Turkish liras. However, gross minimum wage is not how much employing one person costs you. The cost of an employee, or in other words, the amount an employer would have to pay in order to provide employment for one employee, is called the wage cost. Wage cost is basically the total amount of the gross minimum wage, Social Security Institution employer premium, and unemployment premium. So the wage cost of an employee for 2021 is 4,203.56 Turkish liras. Again, I would like to underline that this is the cost of an employee, but not the monthly salary. Minimum monthly salary is net 2,825.90 Turkish liras per month. Aside from the minimum wage enforcement, an employer should also be careful about notifying the Social Security Institution on time. Because when you hire someone to work at your business, you need to notify the Social Security Institution within the legal period of time. With that being said, please keep in mind that the legal notification periods change according to the field of business and the Social Security type. In addition to these, we have explained other points to consider as a foreign business owner in Turkey on our Start a Business in Turkey as a Foreigner video. So, if you still haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Now, let's get back to the subject and talk about how long do you have to keep employing 50 people before you apply for citizenship. We can separate this duration requirement under two parts. First part would be the period before applying for citizenship, and second part would be the duration after your citizenship acquisition. During the evaluation process of the citizenship applications, the continuity of Turkish employees' full-time employment in the last 6 months shall be taken into consideration. In other words, the employees must be hired at least 6 months before your citizenship application. And about the duration requirement after becoming a Turkish citizen, I would like to inform you that currently there is no law regulating that the number of the hired employees must be maintained after the acquisition of Turkish citizenship. So, at the time being, citizenship applications are being commenced without any commitment on maintaining these 50 employees after you get your Turkish passport. So, technically, you are free to dismiss your employees after becoming a Turkish citizen, but it would be a risky move since it could be considered as a misuse of rights and may lead to loss of citizenship or maybe annulment. At this point, another question comes to mind, which is, can a foreign investor buy an existing company that already has 50 employees? Foreign direct investments law and related regulations in Turkey are based on the equal treatment principle, which allows international investors to have the same rights and obligations as local investors. As a result, conditions for setting up a business, asset or share transfer, merger and acquisition are all the same as those applied to local investors. Thus, international investors may establish as well as take over any form of company set out in the Turkish Commercial Code. On the other hand, let's not forget about the 6 months of employment requirement, because according to the related directives, the applicant in person has to be the employer of those 50 Turkish citizens for at least 6 months before applying for citizenship. To be honest, since the reduction of the minimum investment limits, there are no current applications regarding the providing employment option. So even the officers at the application authority is yet not sure about the applicability of such condition. As far as we know, the requirement of being the employer for at least 6 months used to be applied before the reduction of the investment limits, and it is not yet annulled. But on the bright side, there is a rumor of a proposed law which will annul the 6 months condition for the employer in person. However, the same proposed law is expected to introduce a commitment obligation that requires keeping those employees for a given period after getting the citizenship. But these are only rumors and not finalized yet. In short, a foreign investor may buy an existing business or company with 50 employees, but such investor has to be the employer of those employees, at least for 6 months before applying for Turkish citizenship. With that being said, I would like to add that it is possible to hire 50 employees under different businesses. For example, you can hire 35 employees for a restaurant, 10 employees for your cafe, and 5 employees for another business. It is okay, as long as the total number of the employees is at least 50. So, that's all. Thank you for watching our videos and subscribing to our channel. For further questions, please email us. See you next time.